Welcome everybody, it's Brad here, and today we are going to be continuing the Star Wars journey with Solo, another Star Wars story, an origin story specifically. This is going to be for Han Solo, the dashing rogue of the original Star Wars trilogy, played by Harrison Ford. This time we've got him played by a literal who. As you can see, I've already got my headphones in my ears because I'm not interested in untangling them again, but I am interested in seeing how this movie goes. Now, I'm guessing that in addition to having just Solo's origin story, we're also going to see how he met Chewbacca, as well as Lando Calrissian, and how he obtained the Millennium Falcon. I think that this could possibly be a very interesting movie, simply due to the fact that we have more of a chaotic good type of character, and once again it does not seem to involve any Jedi Sith conflict, similar to Rogue One didn't. But hopefully I enjoy this movie a lot more than I did Rogue One. Getting it started with the Lucasfilm logo, a long time ago in a galaxy far away. The same galaxy, I'm assuming, as per the other movies. It is a lawless time. Crime syndicates compete for resources, food, medicine, and hyperfuel. On the shipbuilding planet of Corellia, the foul Lady Proxima forces runaways into a life of crime in exchange for shelter and protection. On these mean streets, a young man fights for survival, but yearns to fly among the stars. Of course, I had to do the boomer all caps there. Okay, I'm guessing that is our young Han. We're living in some sort of junk future type of scenario. And there is the logo. Wow, we're wasting no time. And so, classic tale of the evil gang lord having to outsource all of the labor to local orphans, sort of like Oliver Twist. Okay, so that's his girlfriend. Oh, that's the chick from Game of Thrones. What was the character's name? Daenerys? I remember hearing stories about people who named their daughters Daenerys, and then when she went crazy, they were like, oh no, I made a very bad mistake, but I'm now realizing too late that I made it. Kira, okay. Okay, so I'm guessing she's gonna die. Moloch? I mean, I know Moloch is the bad guy, but I didn't think I would see Moloch in an actual movie. Slum Rat? What is this, Aladdin?
Let's go see Lady Proxima.
I'm glad that they were constantly saying her name over and over again. I almost forgot that Lady Proxima was the antagonist for this portion of the movie. Oh. Very interesting. Seems to be a recurring pattern that Han Solo ends up in the service of slug or worm-like gangsters. Although I will say I do like the usage of practical effects. I think it's very refreshing.
Everybody stand back!
What's that supposed to be?
This is a thermal detonator that I just armed.
That's a rock.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. And you just made a clicking sound with your mouth.
Please
Oh
don't.
man,
This isn't your plan.
nothing gets by this one. Ah, so she's weak to sunlight. It appears a number of these people don't like sunlight. Ooh, we're definitely back to the 80s with this. I gotta say, this feels almost more like kind of nostalgic in a way. Like this has a very synthwave 80s sci-fi feeling to it.
You won't have to take orders or be kicked around by anyone.
Hell no. Except that moment just now. Deja vu.
Stop at once. You must follow the proper protocol.
Why do people got to abuse droids? I mean, I know that they're not alive, but, you know, this is why you gotta ruin a good machine like that. This almost looks like Detroit in RoboCop, but like also a little bit of Total Recall. Well, at least it wasn't a Willem scream. I'm guessing those dice are going to be an important plot element later in the movie. It wouldn't be a good chase scene without having to drive through a place where people have to dodge out of the way. Oof.
Just do it.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Haha, oops.
Security, there's been a...
Wow, it's almost as if trying to bribe them won't work. I can't help but feel that all of these depictions of family separation is supposed to elicit some sort of knee-jerk response from me that can get me to react the same way when I see it in other places. Not gonna work, though. The Imperial March.
What's your name, son?
Han.
What? Who are your people?
I don't have people.
Oh,
I'm alone.
okay.
Solo.
What? Oh my god. Star Wars and their naming conventions. Oh shit, that's quite a time skip. So he's been fighting on the front lines for 3 years. I did not know this about Han Solo. So this is certainly a side of Star Wars that we have not seen yet up until this point. The gritty fighting on the ground. Doc Holliday up in this. Well, I guess Han Solo just found himself a hero figure to look up to. I'm guessing that Woody Harrelson's character is actually going to be the bad guy, though.
Just wondering what our objective is, Lieutenant.
Bring peace and prosperity to the galaxy. Install a regime loyal to the Emperor and eradicate the hostiles.
It's their planet. We're the hostiles.
Ooh. Well, that line couldn't have come at a better time.
I'm a driver, a flyer, and hey.
I drive.
We gotta get out of here.
Lieutenant, we have apprehended a deserter. Take him.
Wait, I should have known. This one's a troublemaker.
How can he be a deserter if he's there? Oh shit, it's the beast from the Sandlot. It's Chewbacca. So wait, are you telling me that Chewbacca eats people? It's kind of fucked. So we're just now finding out that he can speak Klingon? Or not Klingon. Whatever, Wookie. So why isn't it that we ever saw Han speak Wookie before? Oh, we're gonna do this bit where they're chained together and they have to learn how to work together or whatever.
Trust me.
So why isn't he speaking Wookie now?
I'm telling you, you will never have a deeper sleep than curled up in a Wookiee's lap.
So is this character supposed to be Star Wars' answer to Rocket Raccoon? Jeez, that must feel good. Oh no. Don't drop the soap, Han. Ah, we are now on Himalaya planet.
We do this one job with them, we make some real money, and then we're free.
Nah, you're gonna be in their service for as long as they deem you useful.
So we get who we need. The Zan sisters. Or Bosk. But no. Instead, you're putting
I'm
our
guessing
lives
those
in
characters
hands.
all have Wikipedia entries.
You're after something, I know the look. What is it? Revenge?
I think I like this monkey guy the most.
I swore to myself I'd become a pilot. Get a ship. Go back and find her.
Now, obviously, we know that doesn't happen because she's not in any of the other movies, so...
I should still be there.
Chewie's iconic belt. Ah, good old train robbery. These never get old. Now, of course, we know that Han and Chewie live. I'm just not sure about this lady. I'm guessing that something's going to happen to her that's going to cause a rift in the group. And Woody Harrelson is either going to throw Han under the bus or reveal that he was a not trustworthy fellow to begin with.
Enough to power a fleet, or blow us all straight to hell.
They believe in hell?
Here they come! Get down to the cup!
They probably should have spent less time talking about how cool everything was going and more time just grabbing it as soon as they saw it. Ah, they got the magnet boots, like in Face Off. Oh, come on, movie. Don't pretend that Chewie or Han are in any real danger. We know they lived. Well, it certainly is more effective than a wooden table like in some movies.
Thinking about opening a cantina somewhere warm, but not too warm, you know?
Another prequelism. For those of you who don't remember, in my last video about Rogue One, I thought of a term prequelism, where a prequel movie goes out of its way to reference things that are going to happen later in previously made movies. You know, I personally think it's kind of lazy writing. Okay, so it's a rival gang. That's interesting, I suppose. Oh god, it's Predator. Isn't that from another Harrison Ford movie?
Get off my plane.
Yeah, looks worse than it is. Just gotta patch it up. Maybe rest my eyes for a minute.
I would hope that he's not the one who dies, because he's my favorite character so far.
Yep.
Well, shit. Well, I doubt they're going to kill off the rival gang leader this early, considering how they just introduced them. Wow, so I was right. Poor Chewie. He must be so scared. I guess they gotta get the hell out of there. Well then. Well, now we know exactly the power of what it is that they possess.
We were not stealing for ourselves. We were hired by Crimson Dawn.
Crimson Dawn.
You have any idea what it's like to live with a price on your head?
Was that another prequelism?
We still get our money.
Maybe.
He doesn't seem too upset that his two friends died. So this is basically the Cantina Scene again. I like the Art Deco design. Fancy meeting you here. It's a big galaxy, and she just happens to be here.
Dryden Vos, I see you've already met my top lieutenant.
Is that... what's his name? The guy from A Knight's Tale. BattleBots! I love BattleBots. I'm really digging the lighting here.
Sorry, guys. Close, but not quite.
Well, I guess the lesson learned from here is that humans are great at card games.
My ship. Against your ship. Time to find out.
So Lando's the one who throws in his ship. That was interesting. Normally it's the protagonist who makes that kind of wager. It's very interesting how in this galaxy everyone seems to know each other. What?
They don't even serve our kind here.
What the heck? They don't serve your kind. You're a robot.
It's okay.
She's definitely going.
Oh, why? Because you're my organic overlord?
Because I'm your captain.
Yeah, actually. You're a robot. What is this robot supposed to be? I really don't like this robot. She's really, really annoying.
There she is. My pride and joy. The Millennium Falcon.
I remember that joke from the internet. And who are you? I'm Han Solo. I'm the captain of the Millennium Falcon. And then Luke says, "What's a falcon?"
Indeed. This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Oh, that game. Oh, they're still clay animated. Oh no, I bet she's like married to the Scarface dude. Needless to say, I doubt that she can leave.
I trust no one. Assume everyone will betray you and you will never be disappointed.
So he's going to betray him. Kira's going to betray him. But Chewbacca and Lando won't. Got it. Thanks, movie.
I'm gonna go check on the Danvers.
You need anything?
Equal rights?
You're a robot, you don't have rights. You don't have a soul, you don't have real emotions. You don't have a mind. You're not a sentient being, you are a robot. That personality is a program.
And that young male's heart fluctuations tell me he's in love with you.
Oh.
I'm in the same situation.
What?
I've noticed that Lando has feelings for me, which makes working together difficult because I do not feel the same way about him.
What?
We're just not compatible.
Right.
How would that work?
It works.
Okay. Gross. Ah. Another mining planet. Ooh. That's a cool cape.
What are they clipping?
They're gonna clip your penis.
Wait there, tool.
Well, I appreciate any movie that's willing to call Woody Harrelson a tool.
I created a distraction!
Oh, what cute little robots. They're adorable. With their little legs. Zap!
That's what I said.
Right into penis. You know, as far as heist movies are concerned, this one is definitely proving to be more interesting than Rogue One was.
Personally, I wasn't all that impressed with the Cheru. No sense of humor or style. Nonetheless, their L3 and I were deep in their sacred temple.
Lando was channeling some William Shatner there.
So glad we took this job!
That droid.
Yeah, seriously. This droid is annoying.
Hey, I'm Chewie's friend Han.
That's nice. I like the Wookiees. They're cool guys. I wouldn't be surprised if that took a number of shots. Shut the fuck up. Ah, the hidden compartment. Oh no, not L3. Oh no. No, I must stay here with my not hairy friends. They're playing the little music. A little bit of a motif there. Why don't you just like take whatever circuits are in its brain and I don't know, upload it to a different robot or the ship or something.
Probably heard about your little rebellion.
It was your fucking robot's fault.
Can't do it without L3. She's gone! You said yourself she's got the best navigational database in the galaxy. If we remove her neural core, it's possible we can download her brain into the Falcon's Navicomputer, right?
There you go. Like I said.
Only one way to find
Just
out.
download the robot into the ship.
I got a really good feeling about this.
Again. You know, after a while it becomes rather tiresome.
Did you hear me? Are they on us? Like Ragnall on a Kylax. I don't know what that means. Like a Gengerson's pelt. What are they or aren't they? Yes, they're still on us.
That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that was a good joke. Not just funny, but that's a good joke. Ha! Like a ping pong paddle.
We need to divert auxiliary power to the rear deflector shield.
We definitely do.
For fuck's sake.
190 years old?
Chewie is quite old.
I really hurt my thumbs.
Don't worry, Woody Harrelson. I know that feeling. I've played enough Devil May Cry to hurt my thumbs. I know what it's like. I like Chewie whenever he makes an agreement noise. He's like, yes.
Sorry.
Quite.
Wait. L3's constructing a model of the Maelstrom.
Well, at least she's doing it without talking. Zap. Uh-oh, it's Cthulhu, or something like it. Wow, it actually is an eldritch god of some kind.
We have enough raw coaxium to power a dozen destroyers.
Inject it into the fuel line, it'll blow up the ship.
Not the fuel line. But if we put one drop in the fusion reactor, it might just give us the kick we need.
Of course. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? I thought of downloading L3 into the ship. Why didn't I think of this? How is this thing not dead? Yeah, there it goes. Bye-bye, monster.
Wait, what?
Remember that alley we slipped through in the Santee shipyards?
Yeah, I remember it didn't work.
This time it's gonna.
Ah, so it was foreshadowing. Okay. Definitely gonna need a fresh coat of paint, to say the least.
I'm an outlaw.
Like in that show, Outlaw Star, which I personally prefer much more to Star Wars, and Firefly. And something's going to go wrong, of course.
All they know how to do is kill.
Oh, that's a girl. Wow. This totally challenges my preconceived notions.
Crimson Dawn will use their profits from the coaxium you stole.
Oh, it's that guy, the guy from Willow.
We're not marauders. We're allies, and the war's just begun.
Ah, I see. They are a ragtag band of freedom fighters who are going to fight against the evil colonizers. Wow. This totally challenges my preconceived notions.
By some miracle you make it out of here. Find me on Tatooine.
What's on Tatooine?
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
Jabba the Hutt, yet another prequelism. I think those aren't real.
Can you come in and join us, please?
It's Beckett.
I am sorry, kid.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew he was going to be the traitor. Oh, those are cool helmets. Oh, those look so cool with the gold. Ooh, a sword. Yeah, sure, okay. I believe it. What's he gonna do with laser blades? Why don't you just slice his arm off? Why don't you just run toward him with them? Ooh, cool. Wow. Got him with his own weapon. Dead. Probably. Shoot him in the head to be sure. We learned this lesson from the last movie.
Go, I'm right behind you.
No, you're not. No, these sweeping camera shots.
Where is the shipment?
Is that Darth Maul? That sounds like Darth Maul. Yeah, that's Darth Maul. And he's a member of Crimson Dawn? Because he's wearing the same thing. Okay, so this is after episode 1. And his lightsaber is different now? I don't know why it has guards on it when a lightsaber would just cut through them. I don't know. How'd he get there so fast?
Came as fast as I could, buddy.
Yeah, I can see that.
She's a survivor.
She's not gonna give up.
I hope you're still paying attention because now I'm gonna tell you the most important.
Yeah, always shoot first. I get it. Very clever movie. Very clever. Well, at least you got your best friend now. Oh, is he gonna give it to them? Oh, for Pete's sake. Well, at least he got the ship now. I guess that's a fun way to end it.
Very big.
All right, well, that was Solo. So, let's talk about it. So, if I am being honest, kind of like with Rogue One, I didn't really care too much for this movie either. It felt, to be truthful, very boring insofar as I know that Han and Chewie are going to live, so everything that happens up until the end of the movie sort of feels very inconsequential. I never got the feeling that anyone was in any danger, obviously, because everyone lives, and also, I just didn't feel like this movie really added anything new. I just didn't feel like this movie added anything new, nor did it really answer any questions that I felt needed answering. While I was watching this movie, I would think of all of the things that we know about Han Solo from the first movie, that he owns the Millennium Falcon, that he did a bunch of cool stuff with it, and that he works for the Hutts or whatever. And then in The Empire, we learned a little bit more about his relationship with Lando. And I felt like all of the things that were mentioned in those two movies were all that we really needed to know. I mean, it's nice to see the universe expanded in various ways, but I didn't feel like the way they did it in this movie was constructive. It feels like it's building up for a sequel, but I didn't feel like anything here really warranted a sequel. I feel like they could have just ended the movie contained story and it would have been fine, honestly. I didn't think that the main bad guy, Dryden or whatever, I didn't find him too interesting. He was just a typical gangster guy. The Marauders or whatever, which just turned out to be Burger King Kids Club, wasn't particularly interesting. I think that Woody Harrelson's character was okay, but it was just the typical trope of, oh, it turns out that the hero was really a bad guy all along, and then at the very last second there's some semblance of a little change of heart or something. The girl that he likes, the way she does the double cross at the end, makes sense because there's no reference to her in the original trilogy from Han. I didn't recall any mention of that robot, although I'm glad that she doesn't talk anymore because that robot was really fucking annoying. All this talk about robot rights and stuff, it's like I said, you're a robot. You don't have a soul, you don't have a mind, you don't have any authentic emotions. Like, I don't know, that's another cliche that really bugs me, the whole like, oh, does the robot really feel, you know, what even is human? It's like, you're a robot, you're a fucking robot, you're not a person, you're a robot. I will say I liked Chewie in this movie probably more than in any of the original movies, simply because he had a much more active role. It was interesting to see his origin story, how he had been a captive or something, and that they gave a little bit of spotlight onto the Wookiees. I recall in Revenge of the Sith there was a fight scene or an action battle sequence featuring the Wookiees, but this one I felt like, because it was just Chewie and his conflict with saving other Wookiees, that felt a little bit more close to the heart for me. But yeah, I didn't really enjoy this any more than I enjoyed Rogue One, even though it felt a little bit more intimate with the characters. It just didn't really mean much to me. Again, I know I mentioned this before, but if there was something based outside of the original Star Wars trilogy that just simply was a prequel or a far off sequel, that would probably be more interesting, at least to me. I think that the biggest thing holding these movies back is that they just have so much difficulty forging an identity that exists outside of the first three movies. Every movie that's come out, it seems, depends on that original trilogy to come across as relevant, and I don't think that's necessary, because if the if what my memory serves about the video games do a pretty decent job of existing outside of that original trilogy while remaining compelling. I would probably give this one, like Rogue One, a 2 or a 2.5, and that half would be completely dependent on all of Chewie's scenes. I've heard a lot of very bad things about the Disney sequels, but who knows, I might find some interesting things about it. So until we get to then, this is J. Brad signing out.